Our next story is on the continuous appreciation of the Korean currency against U.S. dollar and its implications for the South Korean economy. For more on this, we turn to Lee Kyung-min from the Korea Times, who's on the line for us. Good morning, Kyung-min. How did the Korean won perform last week?
So the local currency won has been strengthening rapidly over the past few months, hitting a 23-month high. The currency closed at 1114.81 against the dollar last Thursday, down 4.81 from the previous session. But it was largely considered a breather following a 51 increase over the past month. The soaring won is attributable mostly to the weakening of the U.S. dollar, as the Biden administration is set to inject a massive stimulus package of over $2.2 trillion during his term. The clear expansionary leaning stance will be maintained or amplified further due to the bleaker prospects of a global economic recovery, a key driver of the dollar losing value. Other factors also making the U.S. currency cheaper include diminishing global economic uncertainties, including those surrounding the U.S. presidential election. A drop in uncertainty in the market means a corresponding increase in investors' risk appetite. The U.S. dollar and gold are among the key safe haven alternative investment vehicles compared to equity market investments. The Korean won is gaining ground against key global reserve currencies, including Japanese yen and the euro over the past few months. It has been moving largely in sync with the Chinese yuan. Ever since the Korean won hit an 18-month high of 1130 a few weeks ago, market watchers have been saying that it could drop further to 1100 won to the dollar.
Now, Kyung-min, what does this signal for the South Korean economy?
The soaring won bodes ill for local export firms, especially since Korea is an export-reliant economy. Korea is highly vulnerable to the performance of the global economy, and if the local currency continues to appreciate, it will further hurt their competitive edge in the global market. This is highly worrisome because the poorer than expected performance of local firms will tighten domestic consumption. The prospects of a much-awaited economic recovery will, in turn, become more elusive. Korea's top growth driver industries, such as manufacturers of semiconductors and displays, as well as automakers, are becoming increasingly unsettled by the local currency hitting new highs. This is because their earnings in dollars converted to Korean won will lead to substantial losses. But other big industries such as steel makers and petrochemical firms will see limited impact. And that is because a strong won can help them reduce purchase costs of raw materials, while final products will be sold at higher than usual prices. But it spells more significant problems for small and medium-sized enterprises, which account for 99% of the firms here. Unlike large conglomerates that have a variety of measures to hedge currency risks, small and medium-sized enterprises without such costly measures in place are more vulnerable to a currency fluctuation.
Now, thank you for that report. That was Lee Kyung-min from the Korea Times.